one rather large fallow doe that we are going to butcher. If you want to grab hold of
dissect.
Here we go. It's a big lady. Good evening everybody, it's Andy here, Ansteyseaanglers with Phil and Adrian. We're at Adrian's house at the moment. It's Friday evening, like 4:30 p.m. Completely different to our normal video. We're not fishing today. I've managed to obtain a fallow deer, rather a large fallow doe, which is in front of me, pre-skinned. And I'm going to skin this for the lads. Oh sorry, it's already skinned, but I'm going to butcher this for the lads. I'm not a professional butcher. Plenty of people will watch this and say, oh, there are better ways, he's not doing that right. I've done loads over the years, but I'm self-taught, so this is how I do it. As I say, it's for the lads here, and hopefully you'll enjoy it and not find it too gory. Thank you very much. We'll make a start then. So one fallow doe, like I say, all skinned ready. First of all, we're going to cut this into its primal cuts. So we're going to make a few incisions. I'm no surgeon. Yeah, I'll start with this one. So shoulder first of all. Whip that off under here. Let's get around there again, sorry. What you'll find is, surprisingly enough, there's no bone connecting the shoulder to the ribs. That's all the muscle that holds that. So this was head stroke neck shot, hence a bit of blood there. Trimming this back. Wow. One shoulder removed. Flip it over. Same with the other side. No bone, like I say, connecting. Now for the hind legs. Straight down the middle. Trim this belly off. I can't really give you a detailed description of what muscles I'm cutting, because I'm really not that sure. I just know how to break it down. This is like the pelvic bone in here, so we're trimming the meat off close to that. Yeah, please. You get dirty hands, but
So a bit of blood.
Well conditioned animal, plenty of fat on it.
Just sent him a picture. Guess what we're doing tonight? Asked him if he wants the bones.
just going to flick him back over.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Go on.
As I keep saying, I'm no expert, I'm self-taught.
Try and lay on one of the trays.
Yeah. Yeah, one in one in the other, obviously.
Wow.
That's a
Wow.
heck of a chunk of meat that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Keep flicking him back. Backwards and forwards.
It's easier in a bit.
Although we didn't bring them in, so what happens then is always these bits that's left after
Yeah, we just shred it all off.
you trim off and
I did that with a hog roast once. Brother-in-law said he roasted this pig, you know, for a barbecue.
yeah.
Oh, end of the night, so it's all done now. No, it's not. So I got this thing off the spikes and spent about an hour shredding this
Yeah.
pork off, right down, you know, my hands right down to the bone. Ended up with about 4 more plates worth of pork. Sort of primeval about these pieces of meat.
Yes, in the dust. Just flicking it over again to you. I've got several butcher friends, if they saw this would go mad. But yeah.
Oh, it does the job.
Yeah, does the job.
It gets it from there to there.
Yeah, 4 legs off, put separate. We're now going for the backstrap. The 2 main prime pieces of meat, backstrap there, and then, sorry, just to show you, and then the fillet, which are in here, there,
Yes.
and the other one there. They are, fillet and backstrap each side are kind of the most tender meat on the animal. There you flash fry, couple of minutes in a pan.
Yeah, pink in the middle.
Pink in the middle, cut like butter. Yeah,
Roasted
more roast.
in the oven first.
I watched, just pass one of the back legs a second.
Yeah.
Thanks. I watched a video the other day, the bearded butchers. And they, okay, theirs might have been slightly more neat than that, but literally cut a hole down there around both sides about that thick and sawed through the bone and what they called a caveman steak. Literally huge, you know, that wide piece of meat.
Yeah.
Just cut off that thick for doing on a barbecue. So there's so many things we can do with that, but we'll come to that. Right, sorry, I digress.
Nope.
You can just keep that
Every
upright
day's a
for
school
me.
day.
Go. Down by the side of the spine. I'm sure when I've watched people do this, the proper butchers, they've done this in like 30 seconds, but you know, it is what it is. Some people have the ribs. The last one I did, I've left the ribs attached, as in, done them as ribs, as in barbecue ribs. Or you can take the meat between the ribs and put it all in your mince. Yeah, I didn't quite go far enough with that knob there.
Oh, wow.
One backstrap.
That's incredible.
as I say, that is your, is that your fillet steak on
It will be.
a beef?
Yeah, probably if it's fillet.
Or is the fillet steak this in here? Maybe. Right. We'll get the other backstrap off.
Either or.
Either or. Somebody I'm sure would tell us.
Yeah.
Probably will. You got that?
Yeah, I got it. Sharpen the knife.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, let me get that out of the way. Don't want the same thing, that taken off.
Yeah. All that still can be used, that's all still.
Yeah. We're not,
Yeah, there's meat. We'll call it meat.
we're not going to bin it. Sharpen the knife, not just pulling it apart.
Sharpen your claws.
That's it, sharpen the knife and it's just coming away.
What you need to watch out for, that there is a lymph node.
Oh, in the neck.
No, this one's not in the neck, this one's inside the cavity.
Oh, okay.
So you need to make sure that all the lymph nodes are removed. You don't really want to be eating them. So that piece there, go straight in the bin. One fillet, that's the internal fillet.
That's
So what I'm taking off now is, well, brisket's down here at the front. If this was lamb, this would be the breast of lamb. So it's a slow roast. So tasty when it's slow roasted. If you tried cooking it fast, it'd be too chewy. That would be your brisket there at the front, and that being a cow. So I don't know whether you've had breast of lamb, I love it. You generally cut that up, roll it,
With
and
some
then
herbs and bits and pieces
herbs,
inside, tie it
yeah.
up, stick it in the oven, nice and
absolutely.
slow.
plenty of meat here.
And it ends up like a roll.
This is getting a bit lighter now. There's the other one of those. There is only one neck between the two sides, if you see what I mean. So bit of brute force now. I just want to trim it up to tidy it a bit, get some left off. And we're not far off there.
Wow.
So, one pretty cleaned spine, some little bits left on it. Now for somebody who's keen, you can just trim any of these little bits off like this here, look. And that would all go in your mincing tin or in your slow roasting tin, because there's still
quite a bit big.
lots of bit of trimmings on it. And that's the basics done. Right, well, this animal was shot last night. Phil asked who did the skinning, who did the gutting, the gralloching, and why. And I explained that in the field, once the animal's shot, as soon as that animal's on the floor shot, it's no longer a deer, it's then food, it's then meat. Therefore, you've got to treat it as food, it goes into the food chain, and you've got to look after it, make sure it stays in tip-top condition. So the gralloch, i.e. the guts, the pluck, that all has to come out in the field straight away and open up the chest cavity, hence the ribs there, are opened up. If you saw at the beginning, the ribs had been cut down the centre, they weren't still connected, so the sternum is cut to open it up, to let it cool down straight away. If it's not cooled down, if the gralloch, if the guts are left in, they'll go off. They will taint the meat and make it, well, inedible if it's left for any length of time, so that needs doing straight away. Also, as I said, in the field, you take off the feet, hence if you see here, they're all cut off. At that level, take the feet off, make it easier to handle, and the head comes off and is discarded. That would have probably been done in the field. The head may have stayed on until it got back to the larder. Personally, I'm allergic to deer fur, so the guy who did this, who got us this, kindly skinned it for me. I'm quite happy to skin, or I used to be quite happy to skin, but not now. It makes me ill. So therefore he did that, and we got it as you saw in the beginning. It's now broken down into its component parts. So 2 forelegs, 2 hind legs, what I will call, if that was lamb, that would be the breast of the lamb, that's the covering over the ribs. The 2 rib cages, which will be broken down and done as kind of as spare ribs. One of these inside, the fillet, that fillet is probably the prime piece from the whole animal. That flash fry that literally in a couple of minutes, and it's soft, it's like butter. Fantastic. The back strap, very similar to the fillet, that's off the rear of the animal. You'll have seen us remove that, and the same again, that cooks very, very quickly. What I tend to do with that is I could probably cut it like that, 2 or 3 portions there, and then when I come to frying it, each one would be cubed and flash fried. That's those. The neck, slow stew for that, same as the breast. The spine that we're left with and the pelvis, still lots of bits of meat on that can be trimmed off if you want to go into the mince or to a stew or whatever. And there's a tray there that's ready for mincing or can be stewed. And that's the animal broken down.